Hi guys, it's Mickey, and today is day 7, the last and final day of the catch-up readathon hosted by Sophie from the Book People. Today I finished 2 quick books, both endings to 2 excellent series. The first book is Forever in Blue, the 4th and final book in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants series. I don't know how I feel about it. It was again one of those bittersweet endings that felt underfinished. Nothing really happens drama-wise with Tibby and Carmen. Lena goes through a whole truckload of just bad things, but at least Bridget is happy. I just want them all to be happy. Yeah, I'm not a very good contemporary reader. The last and final book I read was Brilliance of the Moon. This is book 3 of the Tales of the Yatori. I believe that there is a book 4 to conclude the series, but I don't think I will continue the story because 1, I don't got a copy, and I probably will go mad if their situation gets any worse. And 2, I'm pretty happy with how things ended off in book 3. They defeat the bad guys-ish. They live-ish. I'm just messing with you. It was a pretty sweet ending. I feel like this series is seriously underhyped and underrated. If you're into historical fiction, definitely give this a try. I realized that I had not done a page count update since day 3, so without further ado, let us proceed with the final wrap-up. On day 1, I read Little Women as part of the challenge to read the book that's been on your shelf the longest. This book is 476 pages long. On day 2, I read A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin as part of the challenge to read a gifted book. This book is 807 pages long, excluding the appendix, which talks about the history of the Seven Kingdoms, as well as all the major houses. As part of the challenge to read a deserted book, I got through 424 pages of Breaking Dawn before boarding mission and picking up The House of Hades by Rick Riordan, which was 594 pages. I attempted to read this book back in December, and I was really enjoying the Pergabeth, but there was this laser tag tournament, and this book has been collecting dust for the past 8 months. If it's any consolation to Percy and Annabeth, I came dead last in that tournament skill-wise, but now that I'm done with The House of Hades, I am so down and ready to read Bloods of Olympus and conclude this epic journey. On day 4, I read His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman as part of the challenge to read the biggest book on your TBR shelf. For full feels, please refer to day 4 video. Fortunately, the text is pretty big, but it still took me all morning and all afternoon. I also got through 150-ish pages of Eleanor and Park as I was waiting for an If I Stay event at the bookstore. For full details of how I broke down in front of complete strangers, please see the part of my brain that I've chosen to block out. I mean the video for day 5. On day 5, I read 2 light-ish summer books, the second summer of the Sisterhoods and the third summer of the Sisterhoods. They are 373 pages and 338 pages, respectively. On day 6, I got through 119 pages of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, ending on the blood-chilling photo on page 119. I also read 2 very short books, Across the Nightingale Floor, 285 pages, and Grass for His Pillow, 292 pages. And finally today I read 384 pages of Forever in Blue, and 328 pages of Brilliance of the Moon, for a total of 5,214 pages read this week. I'm pretty sure that this has been the most I've read since Harry Potter, and this has honestly been the best week leading up to school in the past 2 decades. Usually I do a TV marathon, like last year I marathoned the whole 10 seasons of Friends, or I'd mope around until I finally have to set the alarm clock again. This week has been a complete blast. I just want to thank Sophie and everybody who was involved for jumpstarting this on YouTube and Twitter and helping book addicts worldwide to cut down on that TBR shelf. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you all very soon in a future video.